Hey, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Winlator 6.0 latest version, which has lot of improvements, lot of changes and new features which I'll be showing you guys in today's video. First of all, to start off, here's the changelog of Winlator 6.0. It was released yesterday. There have been lot of improvements in terms of performance and other bug fixes. By the way, one of the major changes is the fact that image option has now been removed, so it will be preloaded. You will just have to update the Winlator Android and the image will also be auto updated. Added 7-zip on context menu, updated Wine version, box 86, box 64, turnip and DXVK, which is pretty cool. We have the improved X input compatibility, input controls, cursor sensitivity have been improved, fixed container startup error which was causing crashing issues on few devices, improved UI, added option to add wallpapers, added support for external mouse, so you can literally connect your PC mouse to use it on Winlator Android, which is a really useful feature to be honest in terms of Windows emulation on Android. As you guys might know, Winlator is a completely open source legal Windows emulator for Android which is Wine based, and you will need to update to its version 6.0 from its official Gta page. Once you open the app for the first time after updating to the version 6.0, you will have to wait for few minutes until it has finished initializing itself. And if this video reaches 250 likes, I'll be testing out GTA 5 on Winlator 6.0 very soon, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification as I upload similar videos on my channel. There we go, Winlator 6.0 has successfully initialized. Let's start by going into the settings option. Now one thing you'll notice is that the Wine version is apparently updated as well, but I'm still seeing Wine 8.0.2. Also in terms of box 86 as well as box 64 version, it's still using the old build. That's why unfortunately it still does not work on a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Android device even after the 6.0 update, which is very unfortunate. I was looking forward to testing it out on my iQOO 12. Nonetheless, it is very optimized for low-end devices, especially I'll talk about the minimum requirements later on, but basically you can choose the latest box 64 version if you want to. I recommend you guys to go with default. We can also use an box 86 or box 64 preset. I'll be making a video talking about the Winlator Android best preset for performance and gaming pretty soon. So be sure to hit that subscribe button for that. Let's just go ahead and tap on the new container option, and here immediately you will start noticing few changes. First of all, DX wrapper, the whole option has been minimized and split into parts. For example, if you choose DXVK, then you get this setting option where you can choose the DXVK version. For example, 1.10.3 is default, it is the best DXVK version, but you can change it according to the game or compatibility which you want to test it out. We even have the DXVK 2.3.1 which we'll test out in our future videos. Nonetheless, you can also set the frame rate all the way up to 120 FPS, which is definitely cool. You can also set the maximum device memory according to your device specifications. So if your device has around 8 GB of RAM, then you can go with max device memory as 4 GB. Afterwards, tap on the OK button. Anyways, show FPS option has been enabled. In terms of processor affinity, make sure to take all the CPUs. Afterwards, in the desktop section, you will notice a new section known as image where you can import your own wallpapers, which is pretty cool feature. So you can set anime wallpapers. Nonetheless, it is not that useful. We have the light theme as well as dark theme. Other than that, in terms of video memory size, we'll be going with 4 GB. Once that has been done, let's go to Win components, and everything is set to native Windows, which is pretty cool. And if we just go to the advanced section, we have the default presets for box 86 as well as box 64. Once everything has been set up, let's just go ahead and tap on tick mark and create our brand new container, and you will notice that all the operations are very faster now on the Winlator Android. Like within few seconds everything will be initialized, which is pretty cool. And there we go, Winlator 6.0 has successfully started. So first of all, we'll toggle full screen to get the full screen experience, and let me just go ahead and minimize this. And there we go, as you can see, this is the brand new Winlator 6.0 wallpaper which has been auto set by default. Nonetheless, if you tap on the start option, you will notice few icons have been changed, like you see right here. In terms of programs, we get the 7-zip option as well as a default game known as Wine Mine, so that's pretty cool. We get Notepad, WordPad, and in terms of system tools, we have command prompt, computer, registry editor, task manager, and Wine configuration. So let's go to Wine configuration immediately and check out the Windows version. It has been set to Windows 7, which is pretty cool. And if you head on over to the graphics settings, as you might be able to notice, everything is default and screen resolution is 96 dpi. Anyways, let's start right away by testing out some games in Winlator 6.0, and I'll be back. Alright guys, the first game that we'll be testing out in today's video is going to be Assassin's Creed. By the way, the device which I am using in today's video is my Xiaomi 11T Pro with Snapdragon 888 processor. So yeah, it has an Adreno 6 series GPU, not an 7 series GPU. CPU. And for those of you guys who are wondering where is my OnePlus 11, I have sold it because I obviously bought the iQOO 12, so there is no need of having two Adreno 7 series GPUs. Anyways, as you will be able to see during the cutscene, we are getting straight up 60 FPS. But let's head on over to the input controls option and enable RTS option to get the default on-screen touch controls. And if you want to get an game specific touch layout, then you can choose the virtual gamepad. But most of the time it is unreliable, the controls don't work properly, so that's why I don't really use the virtual gamepad option. Anyways, as you can see, I am pressing a key and it only registers few keys, that's why I'll be going with RTS. Anyways, let's just go ahead and tap on enter, and everything else is super fast like you can see right here. So there we go, we have created our character. Let's start a new game. We'll find the moment of truth, how well does this game work. Now I am expecting anywhere from 15 FPS to 30 FPS while playing this game, which is really high hopes to be honest. In realistic scenarios, I think we will get around 5 to 10 FPS to be honest on a Snapdragon 888 processor, but I can be blown away. Alright, the game has successfully started, and yeah guys, my assumptions were correct. We are getting more than 21 FPS while playing Assassin's Creed. So definitely the performance improvement is there. I was expecting like 5 to 10 FPS, but the realistic scenario were obviously 15 to 30 FPS, which is what we are getting right now. So there used to be a lot of graphical issues previously when I tried out this game, but most of them have been minimized, or it might be because of the fact that I am using an Adreno 6 series GPU. And I had mentioned this many times to you guys that Adreno 6 series GPU is the best optimized GPU for Windows emulation on Android. Even if you have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Android device, you will still get low FPS because the developers have yet to optimize their emulator for that processor, and that's why I believe that the main developer of Winlator has yet to add Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 support. Anyways, this was the review for Winlator 6.0. I'll be uploading GTA 5 test as well as best settings including configuration, so be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.